Bastards. I just streamed this on YouTube and the audio was not working. I always forget to check that. That is literally like my number one cardinal sin in content creation. But anyway, regardless, major news for next week is just core PPI year over year on Tuesday. And then we obviously have JOLTS on Thursday. Nothing else is really big. Beige Book, I guess, is big at 2, but on Wednesday, but it's not a big deal. I would expect Tuesday through Friday to be clean. Monday, we're going to temper expectations. Kind of go over why. Last week, very clean. We had a lot to go off of, and it pretty much just went there. Our last week's targets, if you didn't watch that video, were this monthly volume imbalance for the most part, delivering out of this monthly fair value gap, right? So there we go. Now we are left with a couple things. We are left with this to play off of on the daily. We are left with this buy side, which are major for a couple reasons. This is basically a very big imbalance that we can kind of set up shorts for. I wouldn't just take shorts when it goes there. I'm looking for an actual setup within the session, within the kill zone. But we have this little 4-hour gap here. And then we have this right here, which is very significant when you drop down, and I'll show you in just a moment. But this is going to be a very different weekly video because what we're looking for here is for something to get run. We're basically looking for a move, and then we will take the opposite. And the reason for that is I don't know if it's going to go into here, go down here right away, or Tuesday or Wednesday, and then sit in here, which it could, right? Totally could do that. If it does that, I'll basically do 2 if-thens. If this is what we see in the week, then we're going to let the week kind of play out and we're going to have lower expectations. And then the next week, we have great targets up here because this would be a relative equal high as well. If the opposite occurs, where it goes up here, it can reject here or it can go all the way, which would be ideal scenario. And then we're looking for shorts. Ideally Wednesday, like Tuesday, ideally makes the high up there, maybe even PPI. And then we're going to be looking for shorts to fill some of that in. And I will show you why that is so significant, is because on Wednesday, this is either one of 2 things. This is either institutional buildup here, where they're just building long positions, and it's actually going to probably not come back to here if that's the case. But if that's not what it is, or if other institutions have a better idea of how to attack this, then there will be some exits around here, and then we'll come and attack it. And this can happen very quickly. If Monday and Tuesday basically just did this, if that was Monday, Tuesday, this little area right here, then I would expect very rapidly during the latter end of the week to run all of this. You might be thinking that that's a lot of points. It's really not for a, hold on. Let's see. Let's see. Estoy aprendiendo. I would expect that to happen rather quickly on Wednesday, Thursday, maybe even Friday. And then we would pocket in here. It's possible that it just goes one of these ways and settles, right? We see that, or we see that in a settle, and that will just make the next week's buys very easy. But this is definitely a low expectation Monday. See what Tuesday does. Like Monday, I'm just going to be doing trades to get days done on payout accounts. I'll try to do maybe some evals with low risk, and then we'll see what Tuesday does, and that's what we're going to play off of. So please enjoy. Any questions, let me know. 5 Lucid Flex every other Friday, and then for 10 a month. And then we have 5 more 5 more giveaways that we're adding once that deal gets finalized with a firm that I really like. And then we also do a $100 cash prize now starting in April for people that use the codes on the prop firms. So if you use a code, it will be 1 entry. And let's say that you buy an account with the code, pass the account, you get a payout. You also win the cash prize. Boom, you're looking really good. You know, you have a payout, you have a $100 cash prize, you have an account still with profits. So definitely take advantage. I do daily live streams now for free. I'll be doing them as well on YouTube now that I have that set up. But that's our bias for the week, is basically a wait and see. We do have targets and we just want to see what happens because, you know, we are bullish overall, but we don't need it to just go straight up. I would expect some rebalancing at some point. I would love to see the buy side get taken first, and then we can be in the trades for the rebalancing should that occur. We'll see. We'll see. Some of these weeks have been very volatile, like these guys. Or these are days, I guess. This day, these days, very volatile. And then we have some really, really weak weeks in here too. Weak weeks like that, and even this guy, you know. So this year's been a real clusterfuck, to be honest, but we just have to play it by ear, guys. So enjoy. Any questions, let me know in comments or in the Discord. Happy to respond.